What's up, everybody? Serge World Wide. I'm Serge. Your business is my business. Let's talk about, we're going to build on my last video, which was confront, challenge, and change. 3 C's, confront a behavior, challenge them, right, to change, and then come up with a plan of how to change, right? And I typically do that if it comes to the extreme level of challenge them in front of a client or other colleagues or other employees or other friends, etc. Confront, challenge, and change. Once that happens, right, 2 things are going to happen. Either the person, well, maybe technically not 2 things. Person decides to leave, right? So if he's in your business, they may leave. They may quit, right? They quit. They quit on life, quit on themselves, quit on their family because they don't like to be confronted. Who does? If your behavior is horrible, who likes to be confronted? Nobody does, because you think what you're doing is right. Right? Sometimes I do as well. Right? People say, "Hey, Serge, listen, you should do this. You shouldn't talk to them in front of a client." It's a tool. You have a toolbox in business, and it needs to be filled with tools. So the 3 C's that I use are confront, challenge, and change. And then after that, we've got to say to ourselves, we've broken that person down. We now have to build them up. You can't leave somebody like an earthquake, a building on the ground. You've got to build it back up, and it takes time. So in particular, I had an incident where I broke a person down in front of a client. Okay, he had already had several instances where he was wrong, clients weren't happy, etc., 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 right? So I brought him to the side and I said, "Listen, and this is what has to be done, because now you're embarrassed. Now you're going to be forced to change, or you're either going to want to run away." At first, he went to his bag, he started playing with it, and I almost thought that he was going to leave, right? You leave when people confront you. You run away. If you get caught, what do? "Oh, I didn't do that. You're wrong. Oh, let me get out of here," right? You run away like a thief. Thief stealing in a store, what do? "I don't have anything." They run away. They try to run away because they don't want to be arrested, right? When somebody is confronted about their behavior, let me pop my chair up because it keeps sinking. I'm a lot taller than I look, right? You need to build them up. Explain to them the confront, challenge, and change. Why did you do it? Why did you do it in front of other people? So they understand, because not a lot of people understand. This person actually did when I did it, and kudos to him, because he really understood what the ramifications were. So the ramifications are the extreme. As a business owner, you have to think of the extreme. What are the extremes? That client goes to sue you. Now what? You're screwed. Oh, baby. You got a lawsuit. You're going to spend tens of thousands of dollars. It ain't going to be cheap, baby. Okay? So you have got to confront, challenge, and change, break them down, and then have a meeting with them and say, "Hey, listen, here's what I did. Here's why I did it." And then maybe they still don't understand that. And then what you do is you have to relate to them. You have to say to yourself, what would they understand? Being sued, everybody understands. Being taken to court, losing money, having to spend money. Monetary punishment is the most motivating factor I have found. So for instance, obviously you can't do this in certain situations, but for small businesses, you can, right? Somebody continuously shows up late to your business. Don't send them home. Make them work and take money away from them. Now they're working for free almost. Now they start to say, "Wow, I'm here 8 hours or 10 hours or 20 hours or whatever the case may be, and I made X amount of dollars." Wow, it's powerful, right? So again, not to digress, or let's digress back into what we were originally talking about. Confront, challenge, and change is my other video. I'm going to put that link here in my YouTube channel, Serge World Wide. Make sure you subscribe, okay? And now we have to build them up. How do you build them up? By letting them know the reasoning behind of what you're doing. Why are you doing it? What's the reason behind it? You can't just hammer somebody. You can't just give them the hammer It's either a stick a little bit and then the carrot, right? Hammer is actually even extreme. That's like a third thing. Stick, carrot, hammer is like when you really got to like let somebody have it, right? So you build them up by, number one, explaining why you did what you did. Hey, I confronted you in front of these people. I confronted you at the meeting because the behavior needed to be changed. Okay? Tell you where I learned this at. Okay? I'll tell you where I learned this at. Go into groups. Okay? I was in a program once, and you would confront behavior. You would say, I want to confront Joey. And then he would have to come into the meeting, and would be, 10 or 15 people in the meeting to confront his or her behavior. And you would say, here's your behavior. Here's what I see. Here's what you need to do. And everybody would either, sort of have some input or say, well, I don't really see that, or whatever the case may be. But it helps to confront a behavior. If you don't confront it, there's going to be no change. So first step in the process is confront, challenge, and change. You break them down, and then you got to build them up. Yeah? So build them up how? Explain your reasoning why you said what you said. So yelling is a tool. Absolutely is. Why is yelling a tool? Look at the U.S. military. Do you think they just yell to yell? No, they don't. Why do they yell? Because in battle, in combat, not that I'm a combat veteran or anything like that, but under stressful situations, if people are yelling at you, screaming at you, if you're stressed out and you can't think or function, you could be dead, right? So in the real world, if you're under a stressful situation, you can't function, then you could make a mistake that could cost a business thousands, tens of thousands, millions in the bigger picture, tens of millions, right? Hundreds of millions, billions, right? We've seen this across the board, okay? So confront, challenge, and change. Break down, build up. First step, talk about why you did what you did. Let them know, hopefully they are a good person. You let them know, hey, excuse me, let them know that they're a good person. You're a good person. I want to talk to you about why I did what I did, because we had to confront this, because we wanted to think in terms of down the road. If the client is unhappy, your service or product failed them, you could have a lawsuit. You could be in court and spend tens of thousands of dollars. That person needs to understand the seriousness of it, how serious you take your business. If you even take your business serious enough to confront somebody, you shouldn't be in effing business. You should be working for somebody, minding your own goddamn business, and not worry about anything. That's the facts, okay? Confront, challenge, and change. Break down, build up, explain your reasoning, justify it, right? Maybe you give some examples of things that have happened before, right? Some things that have maybe happened in your business, or other people that you're in business with, or mentors, or things that you've read about or heard about. You can't just break somebody down. You have to build them back up, and you have to let them know how you really feel about them. If they're not a good person, then why have them work for you? Okay? You can't be afraid to challenge, confront, yell. Yelling is a tool again. It's a tool. Your toolbox needs to be filled. When a carpenter goes to work, they have tools in the toolbox. Hammer, chisel, screwdrivers, this, that, the other, right? Whatever their tools are, it solves a problem. If your business doesn't have a toolbox, you're going to be in big, big trouble. You just can't wing this thing. You have got to problem solve. 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 Problem? Multiple solutions. Come up with them. Your team needs to come up with them. Have a meeting, okay? So again, to recap, other video, I'm going to put the link there. Confront, challenge, and change your behavior. 3 C's, confront, challenge, and change. Change. Break down, build up the person that you're confronting, challenging, and demanding a change from. Right? Explain your reasoning. Explain your behavior. Why you did it. Talk to them about them as an asset. What is good about them? Not just what's bad. What about what's good? Right? We're quick to punish. Well, what about what's good? right? Yelling, a technique that I use a lot. You have to be tactful because people get scared. They get, oh my God, he's crazy, right? Military uses it all the time. Prime example, functioning under pressure, being confronted about your behavior, right? If you can function under pressure, then you can function and think when a problem happens in business. If a person can't even do that, then maybe they shouldn't be working in your business, right? If you're afraid to do that, I don't know how you're going to continue to be in business, right? So again, I'm going to put those links for my other video, Confront, Challenge, and Change, right? Serge World Wide LLC at gmail.com. Any questions? Let's build successful businesses together. Let's help each other out. Let's share solutions. Let's share problems. Let's solve things together. You can't do it alone. I always say this, and I think I say it in a lot of, or most of my videos, you need a mentor. Somebody that's been there before you. If you don't have a mentor, you should get one, okay? Just because somebody's not making $50 million, right? Your business might not be a $50 million business. It might not be a 10X business, right? You're making $1 million. How do I get to 10 million? You may not be able to. It's a fallacy, right? So don't buy into that nonsense. Just because you read a book or go to a seminar or spend, $30,000 on, private coaching doesn't mean you're going to 10X your business. If that was the case, we'd all do the same thing, right? That one person would make the $30,000. We'd all 10X our business. All the problems are solved. Only one book's in Apple Books, and every problem would be solved. Okay. Again, I'm Serge Worldwide. We're solving problems together. We're coming up with solutions. We're building better businesses. We're trying to make more money together. We're doing it together. You can't do it alone. You can't do anything alone. Think about what you do alone, right? You can ride a bike alone, but what happens if it breaks? There you go. Somebody's got to fix it. Baby. Oh, baby. Let's do this. Serge Worldwide. Your business is my business. Stay tuned for my next video. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Instagram, Facebook. Let's go. New York City, worldwide. Here we go. Till the next time. Oh.